see if I get a notification on my phone. Yep. Yep, should be working. I did get a notification. All right. This is the summer 2019 Hurling draft taking place on 5/19/2019. Here are our 4 outdoor captains. We got Benji, Ben Bars, Matt Daly, who's not quite here yet, and Danny Mack. Commissioner Bill Jones. Wave to the camera. Oh yeah, say hi in the chat. Oh, all right, Craig, join me. Alrighty. Let's get the camera on us. Here we are. We have Benji, who's already let me know his first pick. You want me to put him in so Matt you can start
Are we live?
We still got 7 minutes.
Really?
We are live right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
One thing I've learned about the microphones. Yeah, so don't push it all the way down. Push it up so it's reading with your.
All right. If I'm talking, well.
Yeah. So there's feedback when we go to this camera. So obviously the mics are working. So
Sure.
Shane Fleming tunes in. Hey lads, all good. So they can hear us. Good.
Awesome. Now where is our camera? Because I'm like.
Right here.
Oh, it is right there. I can't move it. I'll just have to move my head in.
All right, Craig. So who, if you were a captain here, the all important first round draft pick, first man picked out of the whole draft out of all the available players.
I will say that there's a lot of guys who are new that played indoor this year that could push for that position. I haven't seen them play enough in order to say this is no slam on those guys or selling them short or anything, but I haven't seen anyone play enough to say that Ross Dunford shouldn't be the first pick. I mean, I think, this is like the Zion Williamson sweepstakes, right?
That's
you pick
right.
first, and Ross is going to be your guy. Would he be yours too?
I really don't see any way that you can't choose Ross first. He's such a dominant force in indoor, and year in year again he's a dominant force in outdoor. I mean, that being said, he's not unbeatable. You definitely see games where people do a good job of neutralizing Ross. So he's not
right,
the end all be all. But as far as a first round draft pick, I think that's where we're headed.
Yeah, and I mean, I think when you don't pick first and you don't get Ross as your first guy, then your strategy as a team changes to who do I pick that marks Ross the best. And your strategy goes from Ross, who's going to score his points no matter what team he's playing for, but it comes down to drafting the team that you think is going to slow down those top guys, like Ross, like traditional
Hey Zach,
traditional guys who've always
you got a camera right behind you. You mind scooting? Just there you go. Now you're good.
traditional guys who've always scored well in our league, like Matt Daly and Allen, and your strategy begins to center on how do we stop the scorers and becomes more defensive at that point.
That is so true, and we've seen drafts go where goalies are picked in the first round. We've seen drafts where goalies are picked in the fifth round. How important do you think goalies are going to be to this outdoor season?
Well, I mean, I think not just from the standpoint, obviously, of stopping the other team from scoring, which is certainly the goalie's first responsibility. But in a league like ours, where the talent, there's a lot of talented guys out there, but getting those guys in the right position and getting the ball into them on the puck outs, especially when you don't have um, 10 Ross Dunfords on your team, getting guys who are good players but maybe not the greatest players on the field in the position to make good plays, um, and that from your keeper is something you have to look for in terms of setting up your offense as much as anything. Especially we play 9-on-9 and all that wide open space, and how to make the most of it, and a guy that has a vision in order to do that, and keep the field open and the
we do a review of the crowd right now. It does. We have 4 viewers live right now.
Oh, we have 4 viewers. Does it say who our viewers are?
It doesn't say who they are. If you're viewing us, if you're viewing us right now, give a shout in the chat. It says we have 3 watching now, so we're losing viewership here. I think Shane's still tuned in. Well,
You guys, I think that was Ben Bar's
okay. Nice.
Well, you can listen on your headphones too.
That's right. Yeah.
Being here gives you so many options.
That's right. So we got a couple more minutes before we're going here. If you were a captain, what position would you want to be? Would you want the first pick, but then have to snake back to you, or would you be more of someone who wants to stay in the middle and get the 4th and 5th best person?
I think there's advantages to drafting in both positions. I think you always want your first pick that you have in mind.
That's very true.
If the best player you have in mind is available and you have the opportunity to take him, that makes your draft that much easier. When you get to the wraparound, then it becomes a lot more strategic for you. Maybe the guy that you just wanted is off the board now, and now you have to go who the guys are that are on the board for you at that time.
All right, here we go.
Okay, it's 4 o'clock, and we're going to start the 2019 Madison Hailstones City League Draft, or as I call it, Game of Stones. I've written down here waiting for laughter and applause to die down. Applause. All right, good. So today we're going to be drafting 4 teams. The 5th team in our league has already been picked. They're coming from Daily. We have the next pick. Do you know already, or? I do. Okay. I will draft Ross. All right.
There he is.
There he goes.
Ross.
So Connor, Donald is one of those guys that neither of us have seen play very much, and he's apparently
he's
a very,
very high tier player in Ireland, though, coming
player.
over and joining us for the first time. I'm not sure if he's been practicing with us. Have you gotten a peek at his skills yet, or?
I don't think he's been at one of our Thursday.
So
he's
a big unknown for a first rounder. I mean, his skills are known, but how he plays with us, we'll have to see.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Here it is.
Okay. So, Danny Mac, do you have your first pick? I'll take some. All right.
Danny Mac with his first pick is Sucky.
Also a very good first round choice. He was on my indoor team, a guy that can really take over a game and make things happen.
And a completely different game outdoors, so it'll be fun to see his skills on display.
For sure.
All right, good. Next up is Ben Bars. Ben Bars, what is your first round pick yet? Yeah, I will take Brian.
Oh, there's Brian. Oh, reliable.
Perennial first rounder goes to Ben Bars. Now, since it is a snake draft, Ben
Wow.
Second round.
It really is a testament to
Yeah.
the
This-
players that we have on the team when you get Brian and Willie back to back.
In the
Yeah,
Quite
by
impressive.
the team picking last gets those guys. That's
And now Ben Bars is pretty much set with midfielders, wouldn't you
Yeah.
think?
I
He's got his engines right there. Now he can focus on the rest
from
of
a
the
personal
field.
standpoint, I'd love to be on Ben's team. Play with those two guys.
Yeah,
That's a good start.
Grab
Vinny.
Met Vinny at practice on Thursday, and he can really just move
We-
well with the ball. He's fast, striking on the run.
I don't think we have a Ben Bars' Vinny pick in yet. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Danny took it.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
I have 2 photos of him.
We don't have Ben Bar's. Willie is not up on. We don't have Willie listed under Ben Bar's team yet, so we gotta pop.
Oh, that's right.
pop it
We need Willie under Ben Bars' team.
Okay, I missed Willie. All right, let me get that entered real quick, guys. One second.
That's right. The captains have to go in a certain round.
Little extra time for Team Daily to think about their next pick as they're on the board as we get the board updated.
Bars at Willie. Yeah, sorry, Willie. So Daly is next, is that right? Yeah. There he is. All right.
And we're back.
Sorry, Willie. All right. So the order of the picks are wrong, but Matt Daly. Oh, not pick himself.
Matt Daly in the second round goes with Nelly.
One of the many
Such a deep draft with Dave Nelligan going 7th.
It's so true.
It's just insane. There's years that he would be first pick, you know.
In many other clubs around the country, he'd be a first rounder every time. But
Yeah.
here he goes in the 7th, and our 8th rounder will be the exact same. Like Matt Daly somehow able to argue himself a 3 seed too. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Captain Benji just picked himself, and
Mhm.
he has the 9th overall pick himself.
Benji giving himself the number 2 round.
I'm not 100% sure who.
I didn't hear the name that he said. Did
I
you?
didn't hear that. Jerry.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Another
Oh,
fantastic.
Jerry with a G. There. Okay, I couldn't find his name.
So I guess Connor, the question is, who's the first, I guess, American-born player that's going to be picked in this draft?
Well, there it is. It's Matt Daly.
Oh, that's
he
an-
had to
that's
take
an-
himself.
Well, Matt is technically
Oh,
Irish-born,
that's true.
although he's
Oh no.
although he in USGAA vernacular goes down as a resident player, but
That's
as a
right.
homegrown player. But he
But
yeah.
true American blood. We'll see if Danny go. Let's see what Danny picks.
11th overall pick, that's Dan's pick.
Sorry about the scoreboard fluctuating. It should be on and off as he
Take your time, and the captain can ask you if you have a popular first or ask you the reason why on time.
if that'll reach up here, I could just refresh it from up here. It's got to be plugged into the. Everything, though.
This one, yeah.
Well, we can look at the big board behind us.
Still no chat. Nobody in the chat.
no. Shane.
Have you recycled to the,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. It's also being
Right.
Danny back on the board, contemplating his third pick.
Alan Morris will go.
Another Irish. There we go. Now we're back with the score with the picks, live picks.
Connor and I don't have to strain our necks, which should move us up on the board a little bit.
Yeah.
Should.
May as well throw out your game plan now. Morris is gone. Everything was going to key out here. It was. You went with Willie and you took your chances. That's right. We'll go with Twigs. All right.
Twigs,
Yep.
another Irish.
Twigs really a strong indoor
He
debut
and
as
you know
well.
he really showed himself in indoor, and he'd be really high up on my draft if I was a captain as well.
Yeah.
Ben Bears gets to draft again.
Now the 13th overall pick.
Oh, still no American born. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Then we will go to the 14th overall pick. That's Dan. Is that him? Did I get the right pick, or is this
Has Potty been at any trainings yet? Have we seen him?
Yes.
Has he?
So we've got Danny up next. Many Americans been picked.
So Ben Bears drafted Willie, who immediately started sitting by him.
Yeah.
To
Matt Daly, the Irish-born American, has been picked.
That's no slight on the
all these.
Hey-oh.
I mean,
Could it be
the American players are going to be a
could it be-
factor
could it
because
be
all these
4
Irish guys
rounds?
would have to do a lot of running without us. So
That's true.
we will be there.
Could it be 4 rounds without an American born picked?
We are running out of
Irish born still.
Irish-borns, but there are still some on there.
There are still
yeah.
some.
There's more than a few.
Broadcast is looking great.
I see 1, 2, 3. No,
We
no
have-
bona fide keepers going yet here.
Well, it
3.5
appears we have
runs in.
14 people watching right now. So drop something in the chat.
I guess Connor and I have to say something intelligent now. There's 14
Yeah,
people
geez,
watching us.
on the spot. Stop watching.
Man.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But up next we have Matt Daly, who's looking over his remaining options.
Benji, you're coming up with your first actual
Good.
pick to actually think a little about. 2 in a row, too.
Good crowd here in the party room at the Boar. There's
Yeah,
about
here
12
we are.
of us in here.
Matt Daly's still looking over his options. Who would you go with right now? Just if you had to pick
Well,
someone
looking at Team Daly right now, you have half forward, probably Nelligan. Your half forward line is done.
Yeah.
So I'd be looking for
So
Niall. Yep.
Yeah, Matt Daly goes with Niall.
Yeah.
So.
So that's a guy that can definitely run the field too.
Mhm.
Daly picks Niall Pender and Benji.
And we have gone 4 rounds with all Irish players. What a testament to the depth of this club. I mean, there's
no kidding. Still some very serious talent on there. And Benji will be able to pick again. So.
Benji will have another pick now.
I haven't seen Mihal. Have you seen him in any practices?
I don't think I have. I haven't seen him out there. So it's a good thing I'm not a. It's a good thing I'm not a captain this year because there's a lot of guys. I mean, I've been out for I think 3 of the 4 practices that haven't. Oh, he has been there. When you're me, Connor, though, it's just another guy that runs past you, So they all look the same,
I think in my return season I'll be in the same boat. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure Connor D will go before me in this round. So There he goes. So Greg Doyle,
Greg Doyle is.
another Irishman.
Oh. Yep, I did see Greg early on at practice, and I mean,
Good
you
skill.
know, like other than Benji, his team is comprised of new guys from Ireland that I haven't seen play much. I think. I mean,
Refresh.
a guy like Benji's gonna know
There it goes.
this. A guy like Benji's gonna know the skill level of these guys, and I'm pretty sure he's got a very dominant nucleus for that royal blue team.
That's
Looks
right.
like is gonna be their color.
Now, a lot of these are skilled players that can point from long range, but do we see a lot of only defense or only offensive players? I see a lot of midfielders.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a guy like Matt Daly, a two-way player. I mean, he can bring it from both the defensive and offensive end. Say the same about Rowdy, very strong defensive player as well.
No goalies yet.
No keepers yet.
I'm sure they're in the back of their mind. It's usually just a big game of chicken until the first one's picked.
Yep. Like I said earlier on in our broadcast, getting somebody who can point the ball out to all this talent you see on the board is critical. So, I mean, I kind of think like from a prediction standpoint, you're going to see the keepers is kind of like the midpoint of the draft where they're going to get picked, and then you'll start to see the kind of the second tier, junior C level players will come after the keepers. You fill it in like that.
Matt Daly requesting to be put on the clock for himself to be clear. So Matt Daly has a big decision to make. Do you think he's fish? Wow. There he is, the first American born. First American just squeaks into the final pick of the 5th round. Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Ben Bars with the 20th overall pick in the draft picks. Bill Foyts.
Who did? Oh yeah.
You did say Phil, not Bill, right? Just checking. All right. So I missed the 5th round again.
Who did?
No offense.
Did Danny have to pick before him? Oh, that's right. He's not quite updated yet. No, he didn't come up here. So.
I forgot to put him in.
Okay. So to be clear, Danny did pick John Kenny. Ben Bars has to pick Phil Foyts and then pick himself.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And Phil is a very solid defensive pick.
So Ben, as captain of Team Midnight Blue, will be a 6th round pick.
And we'll see if Ben even picks a goalie, because he himself is a pretty skilled goalie, but does he want to play goalie is the question.
Right, and I mean with the scoring power that Ben has picked so far, that might be a smart play. Ben's really played excellent, excellent in goal the last couple of years. He's really come into his own at that position. So there were a few games in indoor where I thought I had some good chances to score, and Ben took it out of the air, off the ground, and his puck outs have been very accurate as well. And he's just a smart player.
Column, there he goes, and
we go back to
the commissioner Bill Jones, my dad, just announced that Phil Foyts will be getting a star representing his 10th outdoor season
Wow.
in the Hailstones Outdoor League.
Phil is also on his way to joining the Legends, I think, the year after
That's
next.
right.
So
Yeah,
that,
lots of talk
really,
about the Legends League. It was
Legends
a
draft
success
is
last year.
really gonna up its game in the
Yeah,
next couple of years.
yeah, it's true. No
We've
kidding.
got Dan McAuliffe joining next year, and
Hmm
this year we're adding Dave Graff, who had an injury last year, but he'll add a lot of mobility and really just some good scoring ability to the Legends. Good hands, just a good overall player. And,
Yeah, I mean, out of all the Americans, Phil Foyts is extremely versatile. He can play offense, defense, midfield, goalie. I'm sure if he needed to be, but I don't think I've seen a lot of him. And there goes
Bill Jones. Speaking of goalkeepers,
yeah, one of the first goalie picks if you don't count Ben Barrs picking himself.
And Bill's got to be pretty excited about pucking out to the 5 guys listed above him in this draft.
That's right.
I'd be really excited to quarterback that offense, so to speak.
See how he plays as a married man. Sixth overall. Dr. Cobb. Dr. Cobb.
There's this, and
Yep,
just like I was talking about, once
our
one
key.
goalie gets picked, it's time
It's
to pick
kind of
your
like
goalies.
in your neighborhood when one person mows the lawn, you just hear all the lawnmowers going.
That's right. Yeah,
at
it's
the neighbor's houses. Nobody wants their.
Benji being the trailblazer this time. Picking
Nobody
Bill
wants
Jones.
to have an unkempt lawn or an unkept goal. So
that's
it's
true.
we're seeing Ben, we're seeing Bill, we're seeing Stephen Cobb, and it just makes you wonder if Danny Mack is thinking about a goalkeeper now or what direction
What
he's going
goalkeepers
to go.
do we have left? We know Nappy likes to play goalie especially when there's such a prominent midfield out there. He can also play offense.
Yep. We got John
Campbell is a solid goalie.
That would be a guy that I would be thinking about getting pretty quick. If I'm looking for a goalie.
As far as goalie experience, really the only one on there is John Campbell. So it's yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm in the draft.
See, you just see Matt. Matt didn't even know.
Yeah, but I'm in the draft.
Matt didn't even know Connor was in the draft, or he'd probably be on the board already.
That's right. Yeah. Total shakeup.
Yeah. Just change the game for the game for the second half of this draft.
Right. Who did he go with? Nappy. There he goes. Is Nappy a 10-year? Is he a 10-star? Not quite. Oh, he already has it.
He's an
nice.
He's an 11-star. So, Connor, which of the players left on the board? I mean, obviously we know that John Campbell is an excellent goalkeeper, but of the guys that are left, do you see anyone that would have potential
as
being
a
player
defensive
at that position?
Connor D, there he goes. Another runner. Maybe stick him up front based on all the midfield talent that you have now, and he can do some serious damage up there. Seeing Connor D really.
Or you just sub him in to kind of run
FFS.
down. I mean,
Dan
Connor D will really wear down a midfielder, so you bring him in just to bring some fresh legs to the middle and maybe wear another team out.
We have Alan Morris chiming in to Danny Mack. He says FFS. Dan, hopefully Nappy is for goal.
It's gotta be for fuck's sake. Ben Barrs shoring up the defense with
Oh wow, yeah, that was a pick that I overlooked, especially for the defense.
Yep. Just Brady's just a stalwart, defensive.
It's true.
Defense.
He's one of those players where if he has an assignment, he will be on that assignment.
Yeah, I mean, and just Brady just so long, the ability to.
The money is actually on Liam to get drafted.
Before me, that's right. We'll see. Dan, Alan Morris has instructed us to tell you to check your phone.
So
yeah,
so
Allen's is
it's
his
fair to say
striker.
it's fair to say Dan is gonna get some counsel, some wise counsel.
So up next is Dan.
Checking his phone.
Checking my phone.
Yeah.
Danny Mac is on the clock, busy checking his phone, and
Waiting for.
30th overall pick. After Dan, we'll have Matt Daly.
So if you're Dan, your
what do you
team
have?
looks pretty well rounded.
What are you looking at defensively?
You
if
have
you're
Brian.
Dan?
You have Rowdy on defense. Dan on
Rowdy's
defense.
gonna be like a halfback for you,
Right.
probably.
Dan, I'm
Danny
sure
Mac
will also
is-
step in the defensive role.
Yep.
John Kenny is an all-around player, but with
Dan could be a great fullback for his own team as well.
I mean, if we're talking about midfielders, Paul Anderson is coming back.
Yep. And there's
All
a full,
right.
you pair. Looking at Dan's
He'll be an
lineup,
offensive threat.
You pair him with Allen up at full forward, and there's definitely some scoring power up there. So that team will light up the scoreboard with what they've got so far.
Rachel Keeney commenting, where can the cheerleaders sign up? Looks like it's going to be an exciting league. Yes.
To answer Rachel's question, the cheerleaders.
Hey, Dave Grieve goes. There's Dave Grieve.
To answer Rachel's question, the cheerleaders don't have to sign up; they just have to show up.
Yes,
I mean,
it's
always welcome.
Always welcome.
There's always a cold one ready. You don't have to sweat it out too much cheerleading. You can cool off with a nice cold PBR.
John Campbell's and it's Ross. Yeah, John Campbell's still on the board. Max Jackal goes. And don't tell anyone, but Eli Berg is still on the board. It's a sleeper pick, one of the breakout players of the year last year. I think the breakout player of the year.
Logan, a solid defensive fullback there.
There's the goalie
John
pick.
Campbell for Benji.
So Benji scoops up John Campbell and Bill Jones, leaving Danny Mac with really Nappy in goal. He's going to be the best.
He's going to be riding
goalie option, isn't
riding the Nappy train into the goal. It looks like
it's true. I mean, Danny Mac actually.
I guess
and you can tell Danny Mac plays defense. Look at all the defensive threats that he drafted: John Campbell, Brian Dowling, himself, and then midfield looking a little weaker than other teams, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the other captains were very midfield focused.
Yeah. And then you think about what's missing in this draft from midfield, and that would be David Dodge, who is currently probably hiking through West Virginia or something somewhere.
Perhaps he's one of the 14 viewers tuning in right now.
I hope David Dodge is viewing from the Appalachian Trail. That would be a first for our draft broadcast, I think.
David Dodge, if you're listening, let us know in the comments. Andy Bean!
If you're David Dodge, if you're listening from the Appalachian Trail, shoot Danny Mac a text because he's watching this film.
Hey! Yes. Could we see Connor Jones, Liam Jones back-to-back pick? Is that? That's right.
That's right. It'll be great to see Connor back out on the field as a fellow ACL recipient.
Dr. Bear.
That's right, as a fellow Dr. Bear alumni. I think we should enlist Dr. Bear for the Midwest tournament, maybe to do our honorary throw-in or something.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Club
Yeah, there we go.
Have any of us?
Yeah, I know, I know.
Have any of
I'll
us?
be back up there.
Have any of us given Dr. Bear a jersey? Have any of us given Dr. Bear a jersey, and do we have one that would fit him? Yeah. That's right. He does have a hurl.
Oh no.
So Eli will, with a broken wrist, will be out for a few weeks, and that'll probably shift him down a little bit lower than he normally would be.
I'd
But
definitely say yeah.
it's still a late season reinforcement who, with
Yep.
fresh legs, could make a big difference. And
Being a
by the
breakout
time
player.
August rolls around in this league,
Keeney?
Where can the cheerleaders sign up? Let's look. Looks like it's going to be an exciting week.
We let her know that there's no sign up. You just have to show up.
we let her know that it's a sign up, not a show up.
Yeah, it's a show up, not a sign up.
Logan Spillner.
Logan, ayo.
So Ben shoring up what I would presume to be his back line with Logan Spillner pick. It's a guy that you don't want to run into on a 50-50 ball. Just not, another guy you don't want to run into who's unfortunately missing from the draft is Will Jackson. Also a Dr. Bear alumni, and
That's right.
he's
have
about
to sit
the.
it out this summer.
Well, he's not a Dr. Bear alumni yet because he hasn't gotten back on the field, but he will be. There's no doubt that I wouldn't be surprised if Will gets on the field, back on the field faster
There
than any
goes
of us
Eli.
did. There goes Eli.
Yeah.
Headband. One-armed Eli goes ahead of Craig Wagner.
Breakout year, Craig. It's your
Anyway,
breakout
do we
year.
have any one-legged players that can be drafted ahead of him? Everybody will regret. Everybody will regret that.
Yeah, I spotted Dave Graff.
Dave Graff is a energetic player with good
Dr.
hands.
Bear alumni.
Another Dr. Bear alumni. Yep.
We go low in the drafts. It's just what happens.
So who are the Dr. Bear alumni? Well, Mike Stotts, who will be in our Legends League, had his 18th knee surgery from Dr. Bear, I think.
Matt Fahey.
Matt Fahey, great.
Oh, that's right. All right.
Matt Fahey, a great guy to have on your team. Just a good team player who really good coach on the field. Really helps guys out a lot. If you have some newer or younger guys, for the newer or younger guys, the good guys to have on your team. John Campbell, just a great on the field leader. Bill Jones, obviously. Matt Fahey, Stephen Cobb, really excellent at helping guys where it be. Matt Daly, great captain for the younger, less skilled guys and helping them get better. Just a good overall leader in our club.
But I mean,
there goes Tavis. One of our twin towers is on the field this year. Will Jackson is not, but Tavis Peterson is.
That's
so,
right.
Try to hand pass the ball over that guy. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. And Tree has really come along.
Yeah, I mean,
indoor season, you saw some serious production from him. We're looking at a breakout year in I believe that's the 11th round for. That would be huge for Team Benji at Tavis. So really just. There he goes.
Hey, Zach. Congrats. Three guys whose scoring ability has really come along in the last year. Tamis, Eli, Dave Grieve. These guys that can score goals. Just
that's right.
New second. I guess Tamis is probably a third-year guy, and so is Eli. But.
Yeah. Looking good, Zach. Jerry.
Alright. Juror. Every team needs a juror. Alright. Juror. Ben Barr, juror. Gerald?
What's his last name?
Starts with a C. Jerryoid. Oh, Hargett.
John Hargett this will be John's third year. Also a guy that really from year one to two, showed a lot of progress as well.
Yeah, Hargett in indoor. Yeah, he looked for his first season looked just fine. A lot of room for development with John Hargett. So
Definitely a lot of potential out there.
Yes,
in
for
terms
sure.
of, athletic ability and.
There Jones, 4 more picks.
All the Joneses are accounted for.
Liam on a team with Connor, but not quite the right one.
No.
Danny Mac, your last pick.
This could be I believe my first opportunity to be Mr. Irrelevant in this draft. I have not achieved that yet, and I
In
won't.
the draft,
And I am not again.
Well, in the draft, but not on the field.
That's right.
Craig Wagner, there he goes.
There's a
Craig Wagner.
Danny Mac will officially not regret any of his picks.
Yes. Hey, we're on the same team. There we go.
Hey.
All right.
That chemistry
I'll be looking
continues.
for you up there.
3 Dr. Bear alumni on the same team.
Here it is. One of the biggest decisions in the draft. Gareth.
You took Gareth? Matt, you took Gareth? All right. Well, his picture remains on the wall for a whole season.
That's right.
Daly picks Gareth.
Gareth.
That leaves Benji.
The cake boss.
Yeah, he's got a lot of leagues, and Tim will always be there to show up and play. It's a guy that you don't have to worry about being short. He's there.
Well, everybody, that ends the 2019 League Draft. Thank you to the captains and the amazing fan base that showed up. All the people that logged in and listened, and now that will be preserved forever. Let the games begin. I think our first one will be June 9th, but I'll figure out most. Thanks again, guys.
All right.
You can finish up, say a few words, or just stop streaming.
So, quick closing thought, Connor. What do you think? Looking at the board, any team. Obviously we're on the same team,
Yes.
so we are going to have a little bit of bias there. But what stands out to you as
If I didn't have to pick my own team, obviously I think Danny Mac's team looks the strongest out there. But honestly, I think Ben Barr's team looks really, really solid. They have Brady Terry in the back line, joined with Logan. I'm sure many others could join them in the back line too, and then a very serious midfield production from wherever they would like. Up front, I believe those are spots that can be filled by miscellaneous players, but some serious talent on that team, I would think. What about you?
Well, I look at a team with just mainstays in the club. Ross and Matt Daly, adding Niall and Nelly to that team. That's going to be a team that is really going to be hard to stop. I kind of look at their back line and wonder maybe where they're going to go there and how they're going to line up their defense. And Stephen Cobb in goal. He'll whoever they put back there, they'll be set up well because he'll have them in the right place. But then Team Benji, new guys that neither of us have seen play a lot. 4 of the first 5 picks are guys that are new Irish guys that could make that a really dominating team if everything I hear about these guys, if they adjust well to playing 9-on-9 and playing in hot weather. There's wild cards out there.
It's true. But Benji's first round draft pick was a premier player in Ireland. So a technically a wild card, but like we said, his skill is known. And kind of going back to what you said about Daly's team, Stephen Cobb is an amazing defender, but him in goal, that's true. I'm not sure how they're going to start out their defense. Andy Bean is kind of ruthless, so I'm sure he'll be on the back line.
He'll be everywhere. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think you could see, a guy like Matt Daly could consider moving himself back. I mean, he's a excellent defender who really creates a lot as well from the
Yes,
back line.
I
I've
agree.
seen him play back in indoor a lot, and he really cleans up. Gets to the ball fast, wins the ball probably 90% of the time. So that's something you can see that would really shore up the back line there. I think be a good balance across the
I
league.
know it was on you for a couple seconds. It was a good shot. It was a good shot.
And then you throw in Naperville with some
Yes, a
guys
little bit.
that we know pretty well. Shea, who obviously is a outstanding player, and I don't know if Owen, obviously, that guy dominates every time I see him play.
Yes.
And Kevin Pearson, has been a solid defender the whole time I've been
Very solid leader too.
playing this
Yes.
game in the
That's
upper
right.
Midwest Heartland Division here in the US of A.
I believe Owen was the dream killer for us when we faced Naperville in nationals. He was the one that put up all those points. So
we really, as a club, have had a tough time matching up with Owen.
A lot of unknowns for Naperville, but that being said, we've played them plenty of times as well. So I'm sure we'll adapt. And man, looks like a very, very fun outdoor league this season. For the first time, we have 5 teams and a very competitive draft. 4 very competitive looking teams. So I think everyone in Hailstone Nation is really excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to be a part of it. It's going to be a fantastic
All right.
summer.
Go Team Green.
Start soon. Go Green.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right. Cheers, guys.